here in LibreOffice, we do have Impress presentation software for creating your presentations. I am showing you. Again, go to LibreOffice, and in the LibreOffice interface, you can see here in the left panel, we do have Impress presentation. Using Impress presentation, we can create very beautiful presentations for your research work, for your products. So whatsoever things you have, even for the assignment, for your assignment, for your project, dissertation, anything can be presented. If you are required to present these things or these information to the client or the wider audience, you can use these presentations as well. So first of all, these are some of the themes. If you are interested in using these themes, you can select any of these themes and you can start working on that. Say for example, I am selecting any one of these themes over here, and click it and then choose it, and you'll see here all the slides will follow the themes which you have selected. Later on you want to change it, you can also change the theme. But say for example, you are not interested in using any theme, you want to first make your slide as per your requirement. Then how will you do it? So you see here, I am just starting it again, and we are not using any of these themes or templates. Fine. So simply close this thing and you will get a blank presentation or blank sheet over here. Now, depending on your requirement, you can make various kinds of slides over here. I am just telling you, sometime it is required that you want to make some master slide. Master slide means there are 2 or 3 items which you want to repeat in all the slides. One approach is that all the time you insert all these 2 or 3 items over here, or you can make a master slide in which you put all these items over here, and you can simply add new slides, and all these items will be automatically repeated. This is known as the master slide. So I am just telling you how to make a master slide. If you don't want to make the master slide, if you want to keep your every slides different, you can keep every slide different, no issue. Fine. So here, so say for example, I want to make a master slide. I am showing you in the master slide what I do and how I can make the master slide. So first of all, you will have to go to where? In the view, and you see here, this is the master slide option is there. This is also available in the toolbar. Either you can select it from the toolbar or you can select it from the menu bar. It is up to you. So I am just choosing it from the menu bar, master slide. The moment you will click master slide, this kind of interface will appear. What I want to do, say for example, I want to put a logo of the computer in one part of the slide. In the upper left hand side corner, I want to put a logo of computer or any logo of your company, say for example, whatever logo you have prepared. So I want to put it over here. In the footer, I want to put over here the date and time. So whenever we are giving the presentation, that current date will be displayed over here. In the footer, I want to put the signature or logo or anything of my company. And so in every slides, these informations will appear. And at the last, I want to put slide number in every slides automatically. So the moment I will go to second, it will become second, third, fourth, and fifth. So slide number will appear automatically. So for all the slides, it is not required all the time to put these information separately. Once you will put all these information in the master slide, and whenever you will add over here the new slides, the rest of the information will be appearing automatically, and whatsoever things you want to change or want to write in the different slide, you can do it over here. So now I am just telling you how to insert a logo sort of thing or image sort of thing in the master slide. So for that, you will have to go to insert and you go to image. Say for example, it is image. All the images which you have stored over there, that will be visible to you. Say for example, I am taking this image which is a logo of the computer or my company. So I am just taking it over here. You just see here that logo appears over here. So what I am doing, I will resize it using the markers, and then I will put it in the desired place where you want to put it over here. So say for example, I want to put it in the left side of the document over here. So you just see accordingly, you can drag, resize and drop it at the desired place. So that is there. Next I want to do in the footer, you can see here, I want to put date and time in this place. So I will delete it over here and then go to insert option, and there is an option for date and time. So you see here, find date and time or date option, whatever things are there. So simply we'll keep it over here, and you see here the current date appears over here. So whenever you are giving the presentation, automatically the current date will appear over here. Next is the footer in the middle side. Say for example, I want to put some logo or some special symbol over here so that I can identify the decimal presentation. So for that, I will again going to the image, and I'm taking this special signature or logo over here, and I'm putting it in this place, so that in the footer of every slide this symbol will appear. You can resize it using the markers, and you can drag at the appropriate place. The slide number was not appearing over here, so we'll have to change, or you can edit the master slide settings over here. So for that, again you will go to insert option, you go to slide number, and simply click this slide number, and you see the slide numbers appear over here. The moment you see the view button, you can see the slide numbers appears automatically. So this is how we can create the master slide. Say for example, now you are interested, no sir, I want to add some background image as well in this. So for every slide there must be a background of my company or some building or anything like that. You can make it that way as well. So for that, again you will have to go to the view option, then master slide, and you can change it over here. So say for example, I want to add a background in the slide for every slide. So again go to insert, what are the background image that must be stored with you. Say for example, it is the background image, and I'm putting it over here. So now you can using these markers, you can resize and you can put it over here. But you see here that this image is covering all the information over there. So you will have to send it in the background. How to send it in the background? Right click it and then send the image to the background. So for that, you will have to go to arrange option and then background, and you see all the informations are visible to you. So you do have the logo and the left side topmost corner, date in the footer left side, in the middle you do have the signature, and at the last you have the slide number. To see the effect, you will have to go to the view and then start seeing all these things. So this is your slide number 1. Say for example, I want to click a text over here. So I'm just adding, say for example, my company Modi Olivetti Limited. Here, product detail. I'm just writing here product detail. Product. What are the product that company is dealing with? Product detail. So this is the first slide. Now I'm going to add next slides. For that, you will have to go to the left side panel, right click here and add new slide. The moment you will add new slide, second slide will appear with the same settings as you have done for the master slide. So logo is there in the left hand side topmost corner, date is visible, slide number 2 you see here, automatically the number appears over here, and then whatever information you want to say. So say for example, first is desktop. So say for example, under the desktop computers we do have workstations, personal computers known as PCs. So you are just showcasing your products over here. Say for example, all in one computer. In the next slide, we do have various kinds of laptops with various configurations. So similarly, you can have under product range is laptop, and under laptop we do have various types of laptops. So say for example, we do have in the second slide, I am showing you what kind of or various kinds of the deal with various kinds of laptop for personal use, for gaming, and for doing extensive programming work. So various kinds of laptops are that they are dealing with. So I mean to say, depending on your requirement, basically you can prepare your presentation. Now using the slideshow option, you can see or you can have the slideshow view of these slides. The moment you will click it, you see here, this is the Modi Olivetti Limited product detail. You can see it on the left hand side, you are seeing the logo of the company. In the footer, you can see the date of the presentation is there, logo or signature of the company is there, and slide number is written in 1. Whenever you go to the next slide, you see here under desktop, we do have the workstations, personal computers, all-in-one computers, and again, rest of the information on the master slide is same. Logo and the footer information is same. Similarly, go to third slide and you can see here slide number 3 and rest of the informations are same. So in third slides we are having the information related to lab. So this is how we can create After clicking the escape button, you can come out of the slideshow mode and you can save it for future. How to save it? For that, you will have to go to file option and then save, give a name and path where you want to save it. So this is already saved in the master slide, and you can exit it by using the close button. Dear students, now we will see how we can add animations. Say for example, you want to animate any of the object which is a part of the slide in your presentation. You want to animate it. How will you animate these things? Now I am going to demonstrate these things. So say for example, you see here again I am opening the Impress presentation and I am going for a blank presentation over here. You see this window, and I am adding some objects or anything like that as I have previously done it. So say for example, I am adding that computer logo over here. So for that again you will have to go to insert, and from insert you will see the image option, and whatsoever image you have stored over here. So say for example, this computer image I am inserting it over here in the left hand corner of the slide. So for that you will have to resize it, and after resizing it, put it in the desired place. So I am putting it in the left hand side of the slide, left hand topmost corner of the slide. Next I am entering some information over here. So say for example, I am entering product detail or whatever things are there, product detail, and in the later part I am adding Modi Oliveti Limited. So whatsoever information you can enter after that. It is single L, so I am just correcting it, is single L. So Oliveti Limited, fine. Now say for example, I want to add some animation on this object, that is the logo. So for that, first of all you will have to select that object. After selecting it, you will have to go to view option. In the view, you see here the animation option is there. Click this animation option. The moment you will click the animation option, it will appear, animation window will appear on the right hand side panel. From here you will have to see the add. So you will have to plus add option. The moment you will click add, various animation options will appear to you, and you can try these one by one, and whichever suits to you or suits your requirement, you can select it. So say for example, I am trying appear, and you see here how does appear animation appears or looks over here. So select it, and the downside it is play. So you play it, and you see here it appears from this way. If you are satisfied with it, so okay, otherwise you can change it. Fly in. Say for example, next is fly in. So you see here, it is flying in, it is coming from downside. So whatsoever animation you want to use, that is up to you. Another thing is, say for example, diamond. So try diamond over here. In the diamond, what has happened? Play, and you see here, it is coming from this side. So say for example, it suits your requirement and you have done it. Save it, and after saving, say for example, it is give any name, presentation 2 or whatever, it is saved, and go to slideshow mode. The moment you will go to slideshow mode, you see here this is appearing in this way, in the diamond way. Fine. So this is how we can add animation to any object. This can be added to the logo, to the image. Even you can add animation to the text as well. So say for example, if you want to add some animation to the text, the Modi Oliveti Limited. So select that text, and as I had selected that logo, in this case, if you want to animate the text, you will have to select that portion of the text, and then again go to add option, and there are several options for this over here. So depending on your requirement, you can choose any of the animation options, and you try and you can see which looks good to you. So say for example, I am taking this fly in option, and okay, you see here the Modi Oliveti is appearing in this way. So depending on your requirement, this is how you can animate either any object or any object which is part of your presentation. So you see here in the slideshow mode, what is the effect of these things? Go to slideshow mode, and you see here the product detail is there. Whenever you click the key, you see here this logo appears over here. Whenever you click again, you see here Modi Oliveti is coming in this way. So this is how we can put animation in our slides. And once you are satisfied with these, you can add some more slides over there. If you want to say for the more, so again right click over there in the left hand panel, and new slide option appears over here. So new slides open. This way you can keep on adding more slides over there depending on your requirement. So I had in the very beginning discussed with you a format on a presentation. So try to make that kind of presentation as an exercise for this impressed presentation. Fine. So using LibreOffice presentation package, you can create this kind of presentation. So with this, we conclude the discussion on impressed presentation. Now I will go and discuss with you the third component, or the fourth component basically, which is base database. Base database allows you to create a database. Database is nothing but is a structured and organized collection of information about entity, maybe student, maybe book, maybe employee. So say for example, you are interested in making a database for the student. So what kind of information we will store for a student? The enrollment number of the student, roll number of the student, name of the student, class in which he is studying, his grades, and like that. This kind of information will maintain. Sometime you are interested in making the database of the employee. So what kind of information do you want to maintain for the employee? For employee, we will maintain information like employee ID, employee name, his department, address, age, salary. Such kind of information will be maintained over here. In the library, we maintain the information related to books, so the book database. So what kind of information? Accession number of books will be there, book title will be there, author's name will be there, price will be there, edition year will be there. So these are some of the information related to book which you maintain in the book database. So here using base database, we can create such kind of databases, and not only create, but we can, after creating the database, we can add information about various employees, about various, say for example, we are talking about employee database. So we can create the structure first. After creating the structure, we can add the information about different employees over there. Once you have added the information, we can retrieve the information according to our requirement. Say for example, we want to display the information of the employees who are working for computer science department. So we are having 1500 employees in the university. Out of these, we want to display only, or want to fetch the information related to only CS department. We can do it. These things are known as queries. So we can generate this kind of queries as well. Sometimes it is required to generate a report. How will report? Report means please give me the name and department of the person whose salary is more than lakhs of rupees. So a report will be generated where the name of the person or name of the employee will be there, his department will be there, and whose salary is, what is the salary. So the salary greater than lakhs for all records for whom the salary is greater than lakhs of rupees will be displayed over here. So these kind of things are known as reports. So we will try to learn over here how to use this base database for this kind of activities, or this kind of database management system. So for that, you see here in the left hand side panel of LibreOffice, base database is there. So simply click it to open the base database interface. The moment you will click it, first it will ask for a database. So a default database is always there. So you will have to click the default database and go to the next and finish it. Next and finish it. Or if you are interested in creating a new database, any name, you can give the name as well. So DB1 or anything like that. So a database is basically a place where various tables and these informations related to this employee will be maintained. So say for the example, we have created a database called as DB. You see here DB1. You see the title side, the topmost side, db1.odb is there. It is the name of the database, which will contain various informations related to tables, queries. So all the things which we will be doing, that will be stored in that database. You see here in the left hand side panel, there are tables. So first we will try to create tables. Next is queries. Next option is forms. And third one or last one is report. So how we can do all these things, we will see one by one. So first of all, we will create the structure of the table. What kind of information you want to maintain about, say for example, we are maintaining information about employees. So what kind of information you want to, say for example, I want to maintain employee ID, employee name, department, his age, his salary. This kind of information I want to maintain. Depending on your requirement, you can decide these fields basically. And what kind of information? Employee ID, whether it is a character type of information or numeric information. Name is always character. salary will be numeric, age will be numeric. So all such kind of thing will be decided over here, and they are known as the structure of the database. So first of all, we will create a structure of the database, means what kind of information we want to maintain for employees. So for that, you see here 3 options are there: create table in design view, use wizard, and next is create view. So we will use the first option, and create table in design view. The moment you will create, this kind of interface will appear over here. You see here the field name. So first of all, you will have to write the field name and then field type. So in the database management system, one field is known as primary field. Primary field means this will be unique for every employee. As all of know that in any organization, every employee is given a unique number that is known as employee ID, that is unique for every employee. Similarly, in case of students, every student is given an enrollment number, that is unique number. Every book is given an accession number, that is unique. These fields allows you to search that information very efficiently and effectively. So here we will start with the first information we will maintain about the employee is employee ID. So we will write down over here EMP_ID, employee ID. Then it will ask you what kind of information will be there, whether it is numeric, character. You see here various kinds of options are there: tiny integer, image, binary, and integer, or character, var character, fixed character. So depending on your requirement, you can choose it. So say for the example, we do have employee ID in say for the example 4 characters, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and like that. Any 4 characters are there. So I am taking fixed character option. And here in the bottom, you see here, it is asking for that it is entry is required. Yes, for every employee, when you are entering the required, without entering EMP ID, you cannot go forward. So yes, I am doing length. I am defining length as 4. It will not be more than 4 character. So it is 4th. Next, the things I am putting it blank, and it's okay. So first field is employee ID. Next, say for example, I want to maintain the name. So name. What is it? Is varchar. Varchar means somebody's name may be Sunil Kumar Singh, somebody's name may be Evans Thomas. So it is of variable length. That's why I am taking varchar, variable character. Next option is department. Here you can see name cannot be blank. So you can put in the field properties over here in the bottom side. Yes. And the length you can define. So it is 100 is okay. Next is department. So you see here, either you can write the full department or you can write DEPT, which allows you to identify that field basically. So department. Again, the department will be varchar, some department physics, computer science, psychology. So they are variable, they are of variable length. So you can do it varchar. Next is age. Age is always, age of the employee will be numeric. So we take the numeric value over here, and here yes, the entry field is required. Yes, for every employee, age is required. And here length, I am not having, the employee is not more than 100 years. So I am taking is 2 digits. So 2 digits will be more than sufficient, because 99 years. So every employee is not having currently in the organization, active employees are not having more than 99 years. So age is 2 fields long. So depending on your requirement, you can decide all these things. Now I am maintaining, say for the example, salary. So salary of the employee. So salary, it is numeric, and salary will be 6 digits. Say for the example, lakhs, here 6 digit. You can take 6 digit. Once you have created the structure, you will have to decide that one of these fields must be a primary key. So all of us know that employee ID is a unique key, and for each and every employee. So we want to make it as the primary key. How we will make it primary key? For that, you will have to click over here, right click the things. Several options will appear, and so here paste, delete, insert rows, and primary key. So select the primary key, and you see here one key option is there in the right hand side of the employee. Means this employee ID is primary key. Primary key means it will be unique for each and every employee. So by doing so, you have completed the creation of the structure. Once the structure is ready, you simply save it. So the structure is saved with the name what? Employee table. So you have created the table, basically structure of the table whose name is employee. I am just closing this interface, and you see here where does it appear. You see here in the database DB1, here in this space table. So you have created a table whose name is what? Imply. Now next thing is that how we can add information or records of various imply. So for that you will have to double click this imply table. The moment you will click imply table, this blank template appears over here and you simply go on adding. So imply ID, say for the example 111 I am giving, and name is Evans, department is computer science, CS, okay, and then age is 20, anything you can enter depending on that, and salary is, say for example 20,000 you are writing over here. For adding the next record, simply go to the next cell. Again, you can add the information about the next imply. So maybe 112 and name is Mohan. Again, he is CS department, age is 21 and his salary is, say for example 25,000. So depending on your requirement, you can go on adding various kinds of record. So maybe 113 and Afzal is there, or anything. Afzal is there and he belongs to chemistry department and his age is 20 and his salary is, say for example 15,000. Similarly, another imply 114 is another imply, name is Sandeep, he is from physics department and his salary, age is 19 year and his salary is, say for example salary is 15,000. Another imply is there Arun, 115 Arun. So you can keep on adding like that. His department is chemistry, say for example, and his age is 25 and his salary is 25. So say for example we have added these records, information about the implies over here, and you want to save it, simply save it. The information will be saved. Exit from this window by clicking the cross button or close icon. Then you can see this table is there, imply table is there in the bottom side. Double click it to see. You see here all the information which you have entered is there. Now your table is created and you have entered several information about the implies. Now you want to fetch some information. Here for example I have entered 5 or 6 records only, but in a database thousands of records may be there, and out of 1,000 records you want to fetch some record depending on certain query, depending on certain conditions. So say for example I want to show, or I want to fetch the information who are the implies who are working for chemistry department. Say for example, this will be the query. So answer will be Afzal and Arun. They are working for the department of chemistry. But I am giving this information, I have seen all these tables. No, thousands of records are there. I cannot see the information, but we can fetch the information over there. So how to do all these things? That is known as query. So next we will learn how to write queries. So the second option is here, the query. Left hand panel, you see the queries. So say for example, we have gone to the query. Then you see 3 options are there. We will click the first one, query in the design view. So you see here, we do have the imply table. Which table you want to add it? So imply table is there. The moment you will click add, so imply table will be added on the right hand side over there. That's the only table which I want to add. We can add more tables over here, but as I have told you that we have created only one table whose name is imply. So we have added this table over here and all the fields are there. I was telling you that we want to display the name and the age of the person who are working for chemistry department. Fine. So what kind of information? His name, say for example his name and salary and department we want to display. So what are the fields which you want to display? That you will have to select in the first column. So you see here field. The moment you will come to field, first I want to see the name. So name. So name will be appearing. Next I want to see the salary. So salary is there. And next I want to see the department. Say for example department I am writing so that you can verify whether the information is right or not. So say for example I want to have 3 information, but for whom? Whose department is chemistry. So you will have to write a condition over here. So department is chemistry. So chemistry. Department is CHM. Chemistry. Fine. We have written the query. Save it. The moment you will save, write down the name, department. You can give department chemistry, DEPT, DEPT, CHEM. You can give any name to identify that query. So you should give such kind of name from which you can identify that query, and then OK button. The moment you will click the OK button and close this one. You see here the query which you have created is visible over here. The moment you will click this thing, the information will appear. You see here, Afzal and Arun are working for the Department of Chemistry and their salary is 15,000 and 25,000. So out of the 5 or 6 record, they are fetching the records who are working for the Department of Chemistry, and according to your choice what you want to display. So you have given over there that you want to display name, salary and department. So name, salary and department are. So this is how we can create the query. Say for example, you want to display the name of the person whose salary is below 20,000. Say for example, whose salaries are below 20,000. So now I am coming back to the database. Come to the table first and see the table over here. You see here whose salaries are less than 20,000. So who are the persons whose salary is less than 20,000? Only 2 records will be displayed. Whose record must be displayed? Afzal and Sandeep. You can see here the salary is below 20,000. Or you can say whose salaries are above 20,000. So who are the person? Above 20,000 means Mohan and Arun. Their salaries are more than 20,000. So depending on your requirement, you can fetch the information from the database. So say for example, we want to write a query to display the name and department of those persons whose salary is higher than 20,000. So in that case, the name of Mohan and name of Arun must appear in the query. Okay, so let us create another query. So for that, again go to the query, go to the design option, add the table. Which table we will add? Employee table is add. Now what are the information which you want to display? That you will have to write down over here. So say for example, I want to display the name, display the department and display the salary. What salary? Salary must be, what is the condition? Salary must be higher than 20,000, must be greater than, so greater than 20,000. So only 2 records will be displayed in that case. Okay, you see here, if you want to show the salary, then this box will be clicked over here. I am talking about this. If you don't want to show this thing, this salary will not appear. First I will show you, say for example, just to verify whether it is 25,000 or not, I am showing it over here. After creating the query, simply save it with is what? Salary higher than, salary greater than 2K. Okay. So this is the query name. Okay, fine. Okay, click the OK button. The salary has been, the query has been created. Now it's see here where it is there. You see here the second one. This second query is there. The moment you will click it, you will see the result. You see here Mohan, whose salary is 25,000, and Arun, who is working for chemistry department, salary is 25,000. So what was the query? Display the records of those employees. Records means what information? You have asked for 2 information, name and department, whose salary is higher than 25,000. You can ask then, sir, why this salary is visible? I don't want this salary is visible. I trust that these are the information for the employees whose salary is more than. So again, you can modify that query. So again, go to the same query. You can select it over here and modify it or edit. So the moment you will go to edit, you see here, this time I had made it visible. If you want to, you don't want to make it visible, the salary, simply unclick it. And that's all, save it. Here, the only name and department will be visible, salary will not be visible, but it will be Mohan and Arun whose salary is higher than 20,000. So save it and then go to the next button. And you see here, this time you can see here the name and what department is visible while the salary option is not visible. So these are known as the query. So out of lot of information, the huge information which is stored in the database, you can retrieve the information as per your requirement in no time. So that is the beauty of this database management system. Next option which I will discuss with you is form. You see here in the table, if you go to the table option and see the employee table, click it. Here you can enter the information by simply clicking the things. They are not in the well structured form. The data entry form must be looking like that. Enter name, department, age, salary. So it should look like a form, beautiful form. This allows you to enter the data in in a static way without making any mistake. So you can do it by creating forms. So how we can create forms for entering the data into the database? So that I am going to discuss with you. The result will be same. The information will go to the employee table, but through a different interface. So that interface is known as forms. So how to create the forms? For that, again, I will go to create forms option in design view. In design view, first one. So this design view, you see, no. So for creating the forms, there are two options, design and wizard view. This time we will use the second option, use wizard to create the things. The moment you will do it over here, it will ask you the table name. So first of all, you will have to select the table. Which table you want to use? Employee table. So we have selected the table name over here. All the fields are there. We want to enter all the fields. So select all the fields and do it over here. So the fields these fields will appear in the form, employee ID, name, department over there. And after that, you simply click the next button or finish, next or finish. The moment you will click the finish button, you just see here this form, beautifully designed form appear over here, where employee ID, name, department, age and salary is there. And using this form, you can add information to this. So say for example, I am adding the third one. You just see here 116 Rahim, department physics, his age is 24 and salary is 18,000. Similarly, you can add some name 117 Ram, department is CS, age is 23 and salary is 25. So you're 24, whatever you may write it over here. You just see here, using this, you can also add this form, I mean to say, you can add the information to the employee table. These informations are being saved in the employee table. Just to verify, I will show you. You have added two information, Rahim and Ram over here. So simply I am closing this form and going to show you the table. You see here the employee table. The moment you will click employee table, you see here Ram and Rahim has been added over here. So this is how you can create forms for adding information to the table or for various other purposes. So I have discussed with you how to create table, how to add information over there, how to create queries and how to generate a form using which we can enter data into the table. Lastly, we will discuss with you how to create reports. Fine. So for that, you see here the last option is report basically. Again, we will go to wizard option and in report, again you see from which table you want to take the information. Yes, from the employee table. So you will have to select employee table. What are the things which you want to show in the table? This time, say for the example, I'm selecting all the information. Say for example, all the informations. For whom, then I will have to say I want to see the information of the employee in the group wise. So all the employees of the physics department must be clubbed at one place. All the employee of CS must be clubbed at one place. So this kind of report I want to generate. So for that, you see here the steps, grouping option is there. So on which field you want to group, then you will have to select department. Say for example, I want to group the information on department. After doing all these things, so I have selected the department and then again, say for example, next grouping I want to do, first department wise and then group wise. So whosoever is the younger one, that information must come over there. So you can add several levels of grouping as well. But for the sake of to keep the thing simple, I am just taking one grouping. So department wise, I am displaying the information in the form of report, which we can print and give it to the management or anybody who want to see that report. So just after doing all these things, click the finish button. The moment you will click the finish button, you see that report is generated. You see here, Department of Chemistry. So two employees are there. You see here, Arun and Afzal. They are working over here for the Department of Chemistry. In Department of CS, employee Ram, Mohan and Evans, 17, 112 and 111. These are the employees who are working for that. Similarly, you see here, for the Department of Physics, two employees. So department-wise report has been generated, which you can print it and give it to the management or anybody who requires this kind of report. Here you see that say for the example, you want to display these information in such a way that the person who is having the lowest salary, that record must come in the first. In that case, you will have to again group. After grouping in the department, you will have to second label, where you will add salary over there in the ascending order and the descending order. Accordingly, the records will be arranged. So using these options, you can generate these kinds of reports. Now I will ask you to have practice by creating database for students, by creating database for the books, by creating database for your items, household items, whatsoever items you do have in your house, you can make inventory of that. So there are a lot of scope. Inventory control system, where in any shop, whatsoever items are there, we do have one record for every item. So these kind of database you can create using base database of LibreOffice. So with these, basically, dear student, I conclude the session on base database. Thank you very much.